Hello guys, it's Set to Achieve. Welcome to yet another video. Hi, I just wanted to talk to you about a topic that I know is affecting a lot of you, especially those that are still stuck in narcissistic abuse. Please, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and like this video, subscribe, share, leave your comments, and let's get to it. The title of this video is You Were Simply Addicted, okay? We're talking about narcissistic abuse, and we're talking about the trauma bond, okay? A lot of people don't understand exactly what this is and actually what went on or what might be going on, especially if you have just maybe recently escaped narcissistic abuse. There's something called a trauma bond because spiritually speaking, it's a soul tie, but physiologically speaking or physically speaking, it is chemically related, okay? This is chemically related because something happens in your brain when you're going through daily, constant, back and forth, push and pull, fight and flight trauma, okay? There are chemicals that are released, just like when you see a scary object or a scary, maybe a scary animal, right? There's something that is released in your body, right? That causes you to be able to run faster, to be able to think clearer, to be able to, to be able to get to a place of safety, right? But when you're constantly in that state, of fight and flight, of fear, of panic, a trauma bond is caused, okay? There is chemicals released, okay? So you're trauma bonded to the narcissist. You don't love this person because nobody truly loves someone that means them harm, someone that devalues them. You don't love this person, but you're trauma bonded. That is a reason why, especially if you just recently escaped the abuse, you've been discarded, or you were forced to do what is called a reverse discard, whereby you were forced to discard this person, because they were maltreating you so bad, especially towards the end of the relationship, okay? What happens is the chemicals that were released during the push and pull, and the push and pull basically is when they breadcrumb you. That means give you a little spark, like a little sprinkle of quote unquote love. Okay, they give you a little bit of it because there's no love, but they love bomb you a little bit, right? Just to keep you there, right? Because if they are constantly being harsh, they know that any normal person would leave. So they give you a little sprinkle. Maybe they might cook. Maybe they might give you a little, compliment, whatever you want to call that. They might do something like really small, and you're like, oh my God, they're gonna change, and they give you that hope, right? And it's like it's like a carrot on a string. They're stringing you, right? They're stringing you on. It's like a hook, it's like a fish and a hook, right? You put that little worm, and you dangle it, and the fish tries to catch it, and you pull it a little bit further because you're trying to pull that in, right? So they're reeling you in with that push and pull, with the breadcrumbing, right? So that keeps you stuck, right? And then what happens is that there are chemicals that are released in your brain when this constant fight and flight, push pull, tiptoeing around, on eggshells, right? Because you are so afraid to do something that would trigger them, right, to react in a way that, will, and you don't really have to do anything to trigger them. They are just people that are out of control. They are just people that have no control. They have no handle on their emotions. They have outbursts of rage, fits of terrible, horrible rage that makes you feel as if like you would just rather just sink into the ground. And I remember when I used to go through this, the raging, and just like screaming at me in front of the children, just being so angry. I'm like, what did I do? Like, and then you say to yourself, what I did does not even measure up to the reaction that I'm getting. I don't understand. So you're constantly in this fog. You're constantly in this fog, right? And these things are affecting your brain, okay? So it's just like an addiction. Okay, so you're addicted to the feeling that you get, right? When the narcissist does good, right? There is a chemical that is released in your brain. Okay? There's a chemical, oxytocin, it's like a happy chemical, that is released in your brain. When they do good, it's like you're happy, like, oh my God, it gives you joy, it gives you hope. Like, oh, this husband might change, this wife might change. And then they get back to what they normally do, the raging, the fits of temper, the silent treatment, all of a sudden just cold. What happened? You don't know what you might have done. You don't know, maybe you said something, maybe you didn't say something, so if this is your life, day after day, after year, after year, after year, you're going to become trauma bonded, okay? So those chemicals that are released and then go back down, they're released and go back down, they become a drug. Just like a drug. Just like someone that is addicted to cocaine, addicted to whatever they're addicted to, okay? They're drug addicted. That is the reason why when people are going through withdrawal, because they're trying to break out of the cycle of addiction with drugs, maybe they're going through AA meetings or something. They have some kind of program that they're in to help them to break out of maybe alcohol or drugs. They have like, they're so emotional, and it's like they're crazy. It's like they're, today they're up, to tomorrow they're down. It's like they're bipolar. They're all over the place. Because of the chemicals that are being slowly pulled out of their bloodstream. It's the same way with the narcissist. Okay, so when the discard happens, people around you don't understand what is wrong with you, why you're so withdrawn, and why you're so back and forth. You think you love them, then you think you don't, and then you're just ruminating about the good times and the bad times, what you could have done, what you could have said to make these things better, and that's why people often say, and you hear people say, that a breakup with a narcissist is not a normal breakup. Because why? Because of the trauma bond, okay? Because of the highly intense trauma bond that was caused by the abuse. So it's not only spiritual with the soul tie, very, very demonic, highly, highly demonic soul tie, because these people, these narcissists, are working hand in hand with the devil. Understand that this is spiritual warfare, okay? They are tapping into the second heavens. Every way they were able to gaslight you, they were able to deceive you, they were able to future fake you. Those are not like normal, that a normal person does. Okay, this is not a normal thing that somebody does. They were able to love bomb you. They knew the exact right thing to say. They were tapping into the spiritual realm. Okay, so this is not a normal breakup. So you were spiritually being attacked, you were mentally, and then you were physiologically being attacked by these chemicals that kept going back and forth, released by your brain, and then it just drops. Then it released, then it just drops. So you were happy because they did something really nice, or they said something nice, or maybe there was something that you were planning, and they showed up, and you were like, wow, he showed up this time. Like, maybe my marriage is gonna change. Maybe things, maybe we don't have to divorce. Maybe blah, blah, blah. And then guess what happens? Then they give you a silent treatment for 2 weeks after. And you're like, what did I do? Did I say something during that event? And it's like, this thing, there's people that did not make it. There's people that were unalived. Either they got cancer, or they got some kind of high blood pressure, or some kind of disease, that just took them out. Some people, it was like almost instantly. And some people, for a lot of people, I think more people, it's a slow process. It's like someone that is slowly killing you. So when you hear me say to break out of this abuse, I don't say it lightly, because I went through it myself. I went through it myself. It felt like my whole world was crashing down. I knew I was doing the right thing, but I didn't know why all those feelings were coming in so strong. I felt depressed. I felt sadness. And thank God that I was doing a lot of like food delivery, package delivery. That's what I do. Like you know, and everything, because I spent a lot of time not carrying people, but I spent a lot of time like just like on my own, like outside, you know. So I spent a lot of time watching narcissistic abuse videos and stuff. So I was getting therapy that way, you know, spending time by myself, you know, just driving, you know, for hours, you know, as my work, you know, but also as, you know, my way of just decompressing, detoxing, you know. So when you are going through that trauma bond, you're ruminating, you're detoxing. Sometimes I would just scream and cry in the car by myself or my truck, right? You know, so I tell people that are breaking out of this thing, women especially, but I know there's a lot of men also that are in this toxic, narcissistically abusive relationships that they don't know what to do. Everybody thinks that this person is a saint. Even family members are supporting them against you. And you don't know what to do. You're broken. Okay? You're broken, and you need to put the pieces back together. You know, so I say that if you're someone that needs that healing, you know, you need your eyes to be opened. Turn to Christ, okay? I'm a strong believer in Jesus Christ. I believe that he was the one that was able to help me to escape. A lot of people are still stuck in this thing. And I pray that if you are watching this video here and you're trauma bonded with a narcissist and you're in that relationship and, you know, you're still gaslighting yourself into thinking that somehow you can fix this person, I'm here to tell you that you cannot fix this person, okay? You need to let this person go. You need to save your life, because one more day with this person is a wasted day. One more day in this addictive, abusive relationship is one more day that has gone down the drain, okay? I don't care if you're 90. You only have 2 more hours to live. You know, if you're able to live apart from this person, you're good. So God is backing you up. I'm backing you up, you know, and there's a lot of channels that you can subscribe to. Subscribe to this channel. I try to put out videos as much, and I'm trying to do it more consistently, at least one a day, with the help of God and Christ. You know, so if you don't have Christ at this point in time, ask him into your life. Invite the Holy Spirit in to help you to break out, to help you to have that strength to take that step of faith, okay? You're going to be gaslit into thinking that, no, it's not the right time, I don't have the right resources. But honey, even if you have to live in your car for a couple of months, you know, until you figure it out, God will help you if you decide to help you. If you decide that enough is enough, God will back you up 100%. I'm telling you this because I've been a year and almost 9 months free of a narcissist, okay? The narcissist has gone on and left to another state, okay? But I know it was God that helped me. And I have 3 teenage children, you know, to let you to understand, you know, that you can do this with children. Okay, so whatever your situation is, start taking those steps to break out. Start creating some kind of escape plan, okay? But I pray that God will open up your eyes to see what you're in, you know, and to understand that you deserve better, okay? I hope you like this video. I hope you learned something. Like, share, subscribe, you know, and leave your comments. And I hope to see you on the other side, you know, where you're broken, you're broken free, you know, from this addiction. All right. And until next time, happy Sunday and peace.